loves, hi my Huns, hi my Huns, hi my sweetie pies, hi loves. Welcome back to a new day. Welcome back to a new sit down. I haven't done a sit down in such a long time, but a friend of mine, was it last week? No, it wasn't last week. Last week, a friend of mine, she sent me this long voice note, and she was just venting C-section near high. And I was like, you know what, you've given me such a great idea, something that I have never spoken about on my channel. And it's something that really touches my heart too. Because I mean, in all of us as women, something like this has affected us one way or the other. It's not only gender-based violence or violence. Most women, they are affected, you know, and they affect us in different ways. When it comes to this one that I'm tackling today, which is giving birth, the ways of giving birth, whether it's natural or whether it's using a C-section, it affects us, guys, one way or the other. Some others become fortunate whereby nothing, everything just goes smoothly, but others are affected tremendously. So it even affects them even years after giving birth, you know. So I thought, you know what, let me tackle this topic because it really means a lot to me. It's something I would love us as women to not be ashamed of talking about it, because as women I've noticed that we don't really talk about these things like postnatal depression, or body however after giving birth, the silver stripe, you know, you know. I was even joking to her and saying, you know what, babe, for 9 years I've given birth naturally and it hasn't affected me that much physically, but it, like, for myself, I would say that it affected me when it comes to my belly. I've got silver stripes, and then my vagina again, guys. Sorry about that, guys. Oh, sorry about that. My vagina, guys, it doesn't look as cute as it used to. I was telling my friend the same thing, that I feel like my vagina does not look as cute as it used to, you know, after giving birth naturally to 3 kids. I suddenly, like, not that it you know, it used to look so cute, like really cute, but now it does not look cute at all. So I don't know if it's my mind playing with me or really it really affected me. You know, when it comes to the whole, like, I feel like everything is still okay. Everything went back normally. My husband is not complaining. I'm not complaining too. What I complained about now from my side was the fatting, the vaginal fats, like when you have sex and then it starts to fat. I was like, oh my god, because before I had kids I never struggled with such a thing, but after having kids, guys, pinya. So this friend of mine who reached out to me, she's a nurse, you know, and it's someone that I once spoken to her about it, that, hey babe, I'm experiencing vaginal fats. Like every time I have sex with my husband, I experience the fats. Like, I don't know if you guys have experienced it, but that's what that's what I've been experiencing. But she gave me this exercise that I need to do, whereby I think pelvic exercises. Is it pelvic exercises? Yeah, whereby you just hold it and let it go, hold it, let it go. I guess what can explain it, but they've worked for me. Like, they've really worked for me. I haven't experienced such fats in such a long time, but after Ule, guys, they were like, and I was like,
I touch that 5 for you. I do that 3 4 times again. I testify for you. I told I like you, that bitch. I do it all, and I'm around you, scared to do it. I'm not. As long as you joking, now here for me. I ain't got it.
And how loves, let's tackle this topic, because Yena, she gave birth with a C-section, and I gave birth with my vagina. 3 kids, all of them. And guys, with my 2 kids, I never had any bad experience at all. With Lindo, I was so young. I was 20 when I gave birth to Lindo, and my vagina was cooperating. Everything was cooperating. Yes, I had contractions, but they were not that bad, you know. They were not experience any drama or anything like that. It was not that bad, you know, when it came to Lindo. And my excuse every time is that, guys, I'm having a savannah. I know savannah because I know most of you and said, girl, But guys, oh, I just love it. I just love my savannah, guys. And I hardly drink, okay? I hardly drink. Like, I think the last time that I drank was when I was at Leban's place and we drank some chatting. Anyway, my love, sorry for digressing. Guys, digressing. And I learned it from this other YouTuber. He loves to do sit downs. He loves to say I digress. So yeah, I learned a new word. Guys, anyway, I'm using the back camera because I want the quality of this video to eat. We don't have too much sunlight, so that's why I'm using the back camera so that the lighting and everything can be so even if this video will stop right now, I won't see it. Getting frustrated right now, I won't be able to see my camera, but so that I can check up on it and see if it's still recording or not. I gave birth naturally with all of my kids, guys. This advice, guys, I got it from my mom when I was pregnant with Lindo, and she was like, my baby, I know that you are using medical aid, and I know that most private hospitals, they will recommend that you have a child via C-section because they know that they'll be able to charge you more on your medical aid instead of natural birth, because natural birth, guys, you hardly spend too much time at the hospital. Now with all my kids, they admit me today. They admit me today, and then all of them. I never spent more than 2 days go hospital now with all my kids because it's so quick, it's so convenient for me. I don't spend too much time at the hospital. So, and Kale, because guys, now I gave birth to Lindo in 2014. So Kale, there was this myth that doctors would advise their patients to take the C-section instead of natural birth because they knew that it will cost you more when you are using when you chose the C-section part, So she was like, please, Matronolo, I don't recommend C-section for you. Be strong, take vaginal birth. And you know what, for that, I'll forever be grateful to my mom for advising me to take the natural route instead of taking C-section. And guys, do not get me wrong, I fully understand people who choose C-sections. Others do not choose it because they choose it because of their medical conditions. They either have high blood, they either suffer from anxiety, a lot of things. That's why most of the time people end up doing a C-section because of the experiences that they get. Guys, after receiving that WhatsApp from my friend about her C-section, I was really shocked about her operation and what I saw. She even gave me, that's why I'm not going to mention her name just to respect their privacy, but she even sent me pictures of how her operation looked like before she started using these other silicones. I will include the silicones here for those who want them, if maybe you guys experienced the same thing that she experienced, because before she started using those silicones, guys, it was like, it looked like a worm. Like right here, it looked like a worm, a black worm, and she was like, I suffered from this. It was really uncomfortable for me. It really made me lose even my self-confidence, and I could just imagine how she felt. Imagine, guys, growing up, you're able to wear crop tops, you're able to wear two-piece bikinis, you're able to be free with your body, and then after having a child, you end up with that scar, a scar that will be there for life, guys. So what silver stripe, guys, I've tried almost everything, guys, with my silver stripes. Right now, I'm even embracing them. I'm even embracing them because I cannot change them. I once did a post of my silver stripes, and I was like, you know what, I'm empowering myself and I'm empowering other women to accept themselves. I mean, we've got kids now, guys. We are mothers, Let's embrace the best way that we can. And it's said that others, guys, it scars them for life. Others, that's why they fall into postnatal depression, because you used to be sexy, you used to be skinny, you used to have a clean body, and right now you end up being fat. You end up having this silver stripes, you end up having limipi, you know, you end up having this body that you never used to have. It can really affect you. And another thing is that men don't make it easy for us, guys. Men do not make it easy for us. You know that your woman was pregnant, you know that she carried a child, a baby inside of a body for 9 months, and you expect her to just bounce off, I believe, this body that she used to have. It's not going to be like that, guys. The silver stripe ashidi, like there are many things that you're going to experience. You're going to gain weight, you know, there's a lot of things that you're going to experience post giving birth. And that's what men don't understand, because other men, they become so ruthless that they end up not comforting you and not giving you the necessary support that you need. Others will even criticize you about your boobs. Sorry, guys, the things that I've heard after this post, after the portal that I made on Instagram, I was so heartbroken, because it shows that men don't really support their women enough. They don't really understand what you go through, what your mental state goes through, what your physical state goes through. And it gets to show that most of the time, the reason why women get affected after giving birth mentally is because of the partner that she's sleeping with. You know, you expect me that I used to have. You expect me to have this nice, beautiful body, and I've given birth to your kids. Like, make it make sense. Make it make sense, you know? So, guys, I posted a voting portal on my Instagram, and I just wanted to see the stats of if most people prefer vaginal birth or most people prefer C-sections. And guys, as you know, I'm using my phone to record and to take notes and whatever. I'm using my phone for everything, so I wrote everything on this book so that I don't digress to other things, you know. So the stats that I made was to vote whether you prefer whether you prefer to have natural birth or whether you prefer to have a cesarean section. And 76% of women, they voted for vaginal birth. 76%. And 24% voted for C-section. Kind enough to share their stories, guys, and I'm gonna read them to you guys so that you guys can see, so that you guys can hear. Maybe right now you're pregnant, or maybe you're planning to have a child in the next months or so. I just want you to weigh out your options and see which option will be better for you. For me, guys, I feel like all options are okay as long as you get the best medical care, because what I read here is that most of the time is because of the negligence of nurses, the negligence of doctors. That's why it makes your experience forever bad, because of the care that you got at the hospital, you know. So the first one, guys, as I said, I'm not going to mention any names because of protecting you guys. And I appreciate you guys so much for sharing your stories with me. It means a lot to me, guys, because you guys are supporting me in this journey that I'm on of being a content creator and mom influencer. I really appreciate that. So the first lady, she was like, I have 3 kids, 2 scars. Ne? The second doctor didn't open the first scar again to take out my second baby. He said I had to have only 1 opening. He did a very clean job after using the same scar, but I still haven't healed from the second doctor's scar. I used 1 doctor, but for my second baby, he was not available. That's where things went bad. Whenever it's cold, it's itchy and painful from the inside. Back pains because she used the epidural. The other gynecologist is from I'm not going to mention the doctor. Perfect. Even this perfect. Even the scar is small. Also it gets swollen. This other one. See how that one is so low and healed. The other one is up and hiking. It gets swollen and sometimes painful. Okay. So this one, guys, I don't know if maybe, there were a bit of but she's saying that she's got 3 kids. So 2 of them, they are from a C-section. The first C-section, it was perfect. The scarring, even like imofati, it's a clean one. The second one, right now. That's why it's causing her, or when it's cold, it gets itchy and painful from the inside. Or experience her again, even back pains. Because she used the epidural. Epidural, guys, I think I used the epidural with Junior and Ule, because I was in so much pain, and they gave me the epidural just to lower my pain a bit, So with this one, it means that the first operation, it went well. The first section, it went well. The second one, because even today she's still experiencing the pains of it being swollen, of having back pains. So it's a bit of a mess. So this lady had a C-section, and it was a bad experience for her. Okay, so the second lady, she says, new fear unlocked. I got no kids, but now there's a possibility I might get this permanent bed scar. That's scary. I had small mini surgery which caused keloids. So imagine if I'm to go under the knife, it's gonna be a serious keloid. I'm not sure what a keloid is, guys, but I will look for it so that I can put the meaning here so that you guys can see. I'm going to Google what keloid means exactly. So as I was saying, guys, that such things are very important because they get to prepare the women who don't have kids on what they can expect. It gets to prepare them on which options they can choose, those that are better for them, But my take is that do not be scared. Do not be scared. Our experiences are different. And I feel like, as I said, the problem here is the service that you get. The problem is not you. But you choose the right doctor. But you choose the right hospital for yourself, But even if you choose the right hospital, another thing is that you might end up with the wrong doctor, because doctors are different in that same hospital, So the best thing that you can do is pray before your surgery, before you give birth, and just hope for the best care, the best medical care, because guys, trust me, it is really, really scary. And then the other one, I had my scar. I had my baby by C-section. My scar has literally faded, but when you touch it, you can feel it, but it's invisible. My doctor was so good. I would highly recommend him. I would have another child by C-section with the same doctor. Even the pain was so minimal, and the healing process wasn't so hectic. You see, guys, she's okay. Just that, yes, she's got that scar, which is permanent, which is for life, but the process was not that hectic. As I said, guys, like, just because you're gonna have a C-section, it does not mean that you're gonna get a bad scar and you're gonna get bad effects after that. It depends on the doctors. It depends on the procedure. And another thing that I noticed, guys, it depends again on your healing process. Others no batho ba fola ka pila, hona batho ba fole ka pila. Ho tshwana le nna, guys, nna ke fola ka pila. Na motho la ka mpetha ka mpama right now, guys, like skin sa ka se fola ka pila, like as it's sebaka for se ka ba le bruising or whatever, ke fola ka pila. And like other people, like motho ho ka metha ka mpama yana hawan bona over omo green, over omo red mo sefatlhong, to show that our skins are different too. So others, it takes them a while to heal. Others, it takes them little for them to heal, The other one, she says, firstborn, it was vaginal birth. I thought it was the worst until I had to go and give birth to my son with C-section, because he was coming out with his bumps instead of his head. It was the worst, and I had the mentality that it was the worst. I had the mentality that it was going to be easy. The nurse who was supposed to look after me to make sure I don't have contractions neglected me. I felt the worst contractions ever. The doctors kept on saying I'm being dramatic. They couldn't tell how close the baby is, apparently, because he was coming with the bumps. When they took me to the theater, it was full luck. The old man who admitted me the day before found me alone, busy crying and vomiting. He remembered me because we discussed my surname. He asked, "What are you still doing here?" I explained that the other doctors came. They also told him that I am dramatic. That's when the old man asked them, "Hori, did they even look into my file?" He explained to them that they are wrong. The baby is actually close. They couldn't tell because he is coming with the bumps. Even after they refused to assist, the old man was like, "It's fine, I will help." He asked the other nurse to prepare the room. Everything was quick because I was in extreme pain. No contractions. When stop it, ne? Ari,
wena ke go bolela teng ngwana ga o ka re ngwana o ke ta mmola o ta mo khotsa ke mo hakile kwa telephone taula teng ngwana wa gago o.
Which I always thought C-sections, there is no pain, no contractions, can't be. I will see a movie. The cold you feel after the surgery, you think you're about to meet your maker. The healing process takes longer than vaginal birth. I would never recommend C-section. So guys, those are the testaments that I received from people who were kind enough just to share their stories, and others I understand why didn't want to share their story, because guys, it's something that really affects you. You need to heal from it fully before you can even start being free, before you can even start thinking about advising other people, because you and yourself, we are still traumatized, you and yourself, we are still in pain. You cannot pour from an empty cup. That's how life is, you know. So hearing out these testimonies, guys, it's really sad. And the testimonies that I got, most of them were from a C-section, bad C-sections that happened to them. I didn't receive any bad reviews when it comes to vaginal birth, but I have my own story when it comes to vaginal birth, guys, which applied to Ule's birth. You know, yes, it was not that bad, but things could have went bad. You know, things could have went bad. If I can just take you guys a bit, those who have never watched my birthing vlog. So guys, when I gave birth to Uli, I thought I was going for a checkup, for my regular checkup, you know. So I gave birth before the due date, before my due date, but I was still in that 9 months. It's just that my date needs to be iffy. So I gave birth a week before my due date. So when I went to the doctor, I was going for my final checkup before I can give birth. Even guys, when I went there, I was not even carrying my bag. I didn't have anything, but at least I had packed everything. I was off at work, so I even drove myself to the hospital. I went to the hospital. I got to the doctor. I was waiting for my time to get in. When my time got turned, I went inside. My doctor, when he checked me, was like, no. When are you giving birth? Like, right now, so your child is coming. And I was like, But I could feel the contractions, guys, but they were not really bad, you know. It was that thing I would say, and then I was like, okay, more, you know. So he was like, let me call someone to come and take you. I guess why we those people, takers or whatever, I don't know what they call them. He came with a wheelchair, and I was like, no, I'm able to walk. And he's like, no. So my doctor was like, okay, we're gonna prepare for you. You can go to the nurse so that I couldn't see the blood pressure and things like that. So I went in the hospital. When I got to the hospital, the nurse welcomed me. They were looking at the baby's heart. They were looking at my heart. They were looking at everything that they're supposed to look at, you know. And I called my husband. I was like, you know what? I thought I'm coming here for a checkup, but I'm about to give birth. So Kupala only said a beke young one. Sharp. Our guys, I thought even I was gonna do a nice cute video for my subbies, you know, and I could not even do that because just like that, in a split second, I was just a mess. I was a whole mess. And they gave me an epidural, thinking that maybe it will calm me down, it will calm the contractions down, but it did not do that. Instead, things were just moving so fast, guys, you know. And as I was in there, I had this other thing that you touch at the hospital for emergency, so I was busy touching it. My husband was almotiling. And mind you guys, in all my kids, my husband was always available because we knew that I'm gonna give birth at this date and whatever. But when it came into Ule, it was a different story whatsoever, you know. So as he's on his way, now like the contractions didn't washing. I'm all alone in that room. I'm busy screaming. It's bad. The nurses, I'm telling them, there were two nurses. One was sitting this side, I'm telling them that no, I can feel this child. This child is coming. They're like, no. I'm like, I can feel it. This is my third child. This child is coming. How? Those two nurses, guys, guess what? So right now we're working on the passage to go. I can take a walk, guys. I can feel like I'm busy holding myself. I'm like, uyetla. I'm busy screaming. While I'm busy screaming, can my husband like passage, he's busy knocking, but he's busy knocking for them to open. And I'm like, wait. I'm like, Ashu, like I'm feel, but no, I have to stop pushing. I get upon. I cannot even hold it in, guys. I just felt and I did not even push. That's that. Guess you want or when I push around, and I just felt one. So I don't know if my child fell. And I don't even know what happened exactly from there because I just felt drowsy and dizzy. But the look on my husband's face, it was like he was in shock because that child was like, you know. And it goes to show that negligence, nurses and doctors, it plays a huge role on us as mothers who are giving birth. You know, I feel like I wish and feel that they would just guide us like Baba Lerina at all times and just check up on us at all times instead of just saying no, I also go cool, you know, then you know, no, that one is not right because Mwana, guys, what did say? I feel like Mwana anytime is tea time for I don't need a permission or ask, you know. So that's the bad experience that I received vaginal birth whereby I felt like Wanaga Nikiba or something because I was guys, I was not even on the bed. You know, so it was a sad situation, but I did not even take it further. I was just like Wanaga as long as healthy, as long as sharp, and as long as sharp, it's fine. But when it comes to me, guys, another thing, it's the tear. I know others they experience what is it? Is it 3D vaginal tear whereby your tear like on the anal, like healy, you know. But those cases are rare ones that happen. They do happen, but they are very rare to happen. You know, there are people who have experienced bad things, especially when it comes to government hospitals. But trust me, guys, all my kids, I gave birth to my kids at private hospitals, and I had a bad experience with my third child. So these things, guys, they happen everywhere. You know, just that when it comes to government hospitals, we feel that they are too negligent, whereby they will just leave you because they are overworked with those people, you know, and they are short staffed. What I've noticed with government hospitals is that they are very short staffed. I saw when my mom gave birth to my little sister, it was really situation. I think it was not nice, you know. She gave birth more Harangwa hospital. The situation, I think it was not conducive. It was not nice, you know. I felt that I don't want to even blame the nurses. I just feel that they are overworked. I just feel that their work is too much. And but again, so nurse I at the colleague you know, too much with those people, you know. So yeah, so these are the testaments that I've received. And another thing that I asked one of the I have a friend who's a gynecologist. I asked her about the benefits of vaginal birth and the benefits against the C-sections. The benefits that she gave me for natural birth is that faster recovery, definitely. That one, guys, definitely. Recovery, guys, that's definitely true. I remember with all of my kids, guys, it didn't take much for me to recover. Especially because now guys get the guys get the but by having natural birth, it really helped me because we recover so quick. I think after a week or so, I was 100%. You know, I was able to walk on myself. I was able to bath with cloth salt. I was able to do things for myself. You know, plus now, my mom my mom when I gave birth to Lindo. But when it comes to Junior and Ule, I was with my husband. It was just the two of us, but I was able to do things. He was able to help me where he can. But otherwise, I was able to maneuver everywhere where I wanted, you know. And another thing is that when it comes to sex, it didn't take for me just to respect myself and the teachings that I got from my mom. 3 months, just not 3 months, so that you can heal fully, so that you can recover again fully. I once saw this scary post whereby this man forced himself on the wife, and the wife had just given birth. And I think the lady suffered clots or something. If I found the screenshot, guys, I will post them here so you guys can see. And the lady apparently died after that. She died because the husband forced to have sex with her. You see, men are selfish, guys. They are very, very selfish. How could you force yourself on a woman who just gave birth? Why don't you give her space so that she can heal? Apparently the man was like, if you don't give me sex, I'm gonna go someone else. I'm going to go somewhere else. Now negito was papa. Asis negito was take and get it somewhere. I'm not gonna risk my life because of when. No, because when I'm able to get it after giving birth to a whole human being, you expect me to just lie down and have sex with you after giving birth? Imagine, some men are just dirty in the head, guys. That's what I was saying, that guys, most of the time when women suffer from postnatal depression is because of men. They play a huge role on that. The second benefit, it says few potential side effects from medication and a stronger sense of control and empowerment. Thanking. What I was saying is that once you've given birth, whether you have support around you or not, you are able to maneuver your way around. You are able to take care of your child better. You know, you are able to do things for yourself. You know, those are the benefits natural birth. And then the benefits of C-sections, convenience. It's very convenient, guys. I mean, none of us at this appointment there, but it's on this date, and then no so it's very convenient. You know, I think tailoring natural birth, whereby you have to wait for the contractions, you have to wait for the water pass, you know, so it's really convenient when it comes to that. And then reduced anxiety. Yeah, by anxiety and whatever, I feel like it's the best option for them, because at least the your home, it makes you calmer, knowing that and then you're just gonna push, you're just gonna lie there, and then you know. So if you don't have the strength, the mental strength, and the emotional strength, C-section, I feel like it's one of the best. If you cannot handle the pressures of push and the pressures again of enduring the pain. The other one, it says safety in high risk situation. Definitely, guys, as I said, most of the time when women settle for C-sections is because of their high risk. Their health is compromising their health, you know, their health are compromising. So C-section is one of the best, because at that time they're able to save the child and the mother, because healthier the patient is at risk for. So definitely. And the other one, it says, does vaginal birth make you lose down there? And that's the question that I asked, and the doctor was like, no. The perception of a loose vagina after natural birth is often a misconception. While the pelvic floor muscles and vaginal tissues do stretch and elongate, during pregnancy and childbirth, they are typically tightened up again in the postpartum period. Most women experience a return to their pre-pregnancy vaginal tightness within the first few months after giving birth. Absolutely, guys. I've got 3 kids, guys, and my vagina is still tight. It is still tight. Mr. Madong is not complaining at all. He's not complaining at all. It is still tight. So I don't think go by loose at all. And guys, personally, I don't think there's a woman or loose or a woman or I just feel like you have a small dick. I just feel that you have a small dick. As excuse ya or musayaka or girlfriend taka he or no. Say you have a tiny one. So always I excuse you. I feel like as women, God gave us this elastic thing whereby we can maneuver with it. As a whole, we can maneuver. Hey, we can maneuver, So if you have Papa and then it's not our fault. It's definitely not our fault. More, it's you, Papa. It is you, So yeah, guys, that's all that I have for today. If you got any experience that you once experienced when it comes to giving birth, whether it's C-section, whether it's vaginal birth, or any comment that you have, guys, please don't feel scared to comment down below. But let's teach each other. Teach me something too. I know that I'm not gonna have any more kids. I am done, guys. Done. But I feel like you can teach someone, you can help another woman make better decisions, or help them to go into the right direction, at least, So if you have any comments, if you feel that there's something that you would like to share, please do. Please feel free. These are the topics that I love, guys. Topics that affect us as women in different ways. I enjoy them so much because we get to teach other a lot of things and we get to make some informed decisions, So I really enjoyed this topic. It means a lot to me, and I hope you guys enjoyed it too. I'm going to post voice notes because there were other women whereby they send me voice notes instead of typing. So I asked for their permission to include their voices on my YouTube channel. I won't mention their names. They said no problem. So I'm going to include other voice notes so that you guys can listen to them and hear what other women feel about their experiences. Here they are.
Eriko will tell my story about ho krangwana haka. Ke kry-ile bana ka C-section mara ho ya ka nna ne ke lakatsa gore nka kry-a bana ka natural birth, but because of the conditions tse ne ke na le tsone ne di enforce gore ke be ke re C-section. Ne ke na le high blood pressure only he ke imile, and then the more mpa ya ka e gola the more high blood ya ka ya godimo, but na ba kgone ho stabilizer ba kgone ho control. Okay, ka karabo ke rile C-section ka first born ke rile C-section because of ngwana na metsi na stinka mara ngwana metsi a tswile before, and then terminating ke fail, and then next a tshwara ke di pain ne se metsi a gore ke tshwere ke di pain la no tswa nje he ke tsamaya ke wa ka nje, and a sa tswe pho a tswa hanyane ebe a fella a fedile. So ha ke ya for check up ba mpotsa gore ngwana a gole weight ya this week la last week ya tshwana, ngwana every week ho na le di grams tsa di gainer, so ya makatsa haholo ke kena ka mara sepetlele. So ka mara sepetlele ha ba nchecka ka sona ba kry gore ngwana metsi ha teng, ke ke tsa emergency Caesar to save ngwana ne le ka 8 months. So remember gore before karabo ke bile le ngwana wa tlhokofetseng, and it was worse because of ne le emergency Caesar because of ne ke na le high blood mo ne sa controlege mo le horeng ebe ka tshwara ke di fits. So ka tshwara ke fits ne le yeah, nearly pregnancy 6 months, I think 28 weeks. Yeah, nearly pregnancy 28 weeks. So ke tshwere ke di-feeds, ha sena ke tshwere di-feeds, ba mpotsa gore emergency sa sentse ba nkisitse season ba ntshe ngwana. Ke mo ngwana ka sa survive mo teng mo o ntse only 2 weeks. So ka karabo ene ngwana ka o survivile even though nna sena metsi ka mogare gaka. And then atlegang pregnancy I was fine, no sena di-complications because of previous Caesar stage 2 ba nketsa Caesar.
Wa bona gore ke gore ke nna le ga ka tswa ka molomo ka gore ke tsantse ke sa di batleng tsanat go ka bona nna nka re ne ke roka ke motho a ithuta go roka go ka mpona dear Lord yo I keep forgetting. Can I not have a child without having a medical aid again, please? Because hey, I don't know if it's experience public or nje di-doctor nje bapalwa but yo ziyakhala yo a ke itse le gore ke gore yo ke go ka bona gore ke rokile wena and I think le ntona ka ya bomereko bo betere so go botlhoko go pepa I don't think I want to do it again for that reason. It's painful. I can choose anything. I can choose Gampan. Why? Gampan is could I get Nahana Skas like a put it all okay? Course I can take into so. Hopefully, Hawaii. Ka mo o ka mo tlhabile ka thipa ba ntsha letlalo yaanong tshwanetse bang kopantshe dinama somewhere kore a ke tlhaloganya gore go etsagala that's so painful.
I hope you learned something from all the voice notes, from all the messages that I received. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for listening till this far. Thank you for watching till this far. I really appreciate you guys so much. I hope you did not skip any ads because your girl needs some mola. I love you guys loads, and I'll see you guys on the next one, and bye for now.